A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I don't know which area of the world you are sitting in, so I've tried to wish you all in all the time zones. Okay. Welcome once again to the Revolving Perspective. I'm feeling so elated to come back on this platform after so long. We took a break, back again here with one more perspective, with one more thinking, one more thought process around something. We have, apart from the festivals, apart from some days which are fixed like the New Year Day and the Valentine Day and everything else, we still celebrate a lot of days, isn't it? Now, I've been of a firm believer that we don't need a day to celebrate something if it is really worth celebrating. One more day, one more important day is coming, and this is by far the most important day because we are talking about International Women's Day. Women who are taking care of half of the planet, or rather, full of the planet, because they take care of us as well. So, why do we need a day to celebrate this particular contribution of theirs? It should be rather a part of our DNAs to be celebrating womanhood throughout the year, throughout the lives. With this particular thought in mind, the Revolving Perspectives this year is coming up with a series of those women who have made a mark in the society, who have been devoting their time, their energy, and themselves to create something unique in the society, to give a lesson to all of us in one domain or the other, to make people aware about what they are doing and what impact are they creating around in the world. And in this first interview of that series, I'm fortunate enough to introduce to you the co-founder of the Revolving Perspective, the brain behind this, the brain which gave rise to the Revolving Perspective, Miss Vinda. So let's get her here. Okay, welcome, Vinda. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much, Gunjan. Thank you. And so happy to be here as the one who's being interviewed today. Thank you.
Okay. So you have been interviewing till now on the under the banner of Revolving Perspective. It was your brain which gave rise to Revolving Perspective, and there could not be have been a more apt day than to take you here on this platform and then to talk to you all about this. You have been really talking in domains of social service, talking in domains of NGOs, non-profit organizations, leaving your own mark with your own wisdom in this society with in whichever domain you have worked with. From there to Revolving Perspective, how do you look at this journey?
Right. So, as I said, my academic background gives me this strength to look at social issues with a different perspective all the time. So, I keep thinking about people, issues, groups of people who are suffering through various problems, and then I think a part of brain is always dedicated to think about the solutions that what all that we can do about it. Now, when I started my entrepreneurial journey, I realized that it's this group also, which is also coming across lots of issues, lots of challenges, and every single day they are fighting out with something. And the biggest thing out of it is the visibility, is something that they are striving for, struggling for, and not everybody knows the path to that visibility. So then why not do something for this group as well? What is social cause? When we say that something that we are doing for the society as a contribution, then we are addressing those issues which are not being addressed so far, or we are still or which are still ignored in some or the other way. Hence this brainchild, where I thought that we can learn from them, as the name suggests, the revolving perspectives, because everybody has their own perspectives and their own way of looking at the world. So let's understand from each other, learn from each other, and also inspire each other. Building this visibility together was the whole thinking behind it.
Great thinking and the great execution till now. This brings to me to one more question that just popped up in my mind. You were talking about one part of your brain always thinking about that corner of the society or that segment of the society who need help, who need to be helped. Now tell me, being a woman and being an entrepreneur, and then still getting into this sort of a non-profit activity along with the profitable businesses as such, what sort of a challenges the society throw at you, and what as per you would have been the or have been the biggest challenge till now?
Okay, so there are certain assumptions in the society, and society runs by those assumptions and the norms as well. Uh, as society, they all need it. We all need it. We all need some guiding path to go by that. But those assumptions and norms will not help us, or they do not help us every now and then. Especially the path breakers need that guiding light because they are doing something different than the whole society which is doing. And
Correct, correct.
there, I think the contribution is required. So this was the biggest challenge, that whoever on this earth is thinking differently about any idea, service, anything which the society has not thought of, has come across some or the other challenge. And if such people can join hands together and do something creatively along with each other, I'm sure that would be a great strength in itself. So addressing this challenge was one thought which I also faced. And when I faced, I felt if I am facing it so much, I'm sure that there are so many people who are doing or facing the same thing. I'm sure that they are also finding some solution at their end. Why not understand? Why not learn from each other? That is why I think it led me to this.
Brilliant point. Brilliant point. Now, immediate, a regular question along with it, a follow-up question with this. Rather, not a question. It is something that I want to understand your thought process with it.
Hmm.
Are you having any such plans for future of the Revolving Perspective, wherein a wing is only for women and only for women entrepreneurs who are literally leaving some mark behind in the society with some unique concepts or unique contributions? Any such thought process coming in?
Okay, so far I had not thought of. I'll tell you why. Because I look first, as my thought process goes, I look at as in and look at any individual as human being first,
Human
and then
first.
yeah, as a human first, and then as woman or man or whatever,
Correct.
because that comes later. When ideas pop up your mind, when you want to break some path or when you want to do something differently, you don't do it because you are a woman or a man. You do it because you are a human being. Something triggers over there and you do it. So it should be, when we talk about equality, when we talk about creating equal opportunities and equal platforms for people, it should
Mhm.
be human beings first. So I am talking it on the background of International Women's Day. My heart goes out for those women who lack that equal opportunity. And there, if we can contribute, yes, I am definitely willing to do that. But creating a wing itself shows that you are alienating something. That is something is not going with my thought process.
Great point out here. I met this lady called Jill Cheney, Collaboration Global, sometime back, and then she said a statement which was very true. Be human first, love each other, and then the collaboration starts from there. After that, forget everything: the race, the religion, the gender, everything. And that's a very unique thing because till the world reaches there, we are actually not doing justice with every unique concept that is coming up in the field. Because we really, as you rightly said, it doesn't matter who gave it, which gender is originating it. At the end of the day, what impact it is creating in a society is very important. And good that you are coming from that thought. If I may have to really take you there, wherein it is all about entrepreneurship, not the social causes that we have been talking about, and especially businesswoman sort of concept. I'll not call it entrepreneurship, even a business as such. You yourself are a businesswoman. You are associated with many companies in business as such. Do you really feel that we still have a path to travel as a society to reach there, wherein we can really treat everybody as a human first? And if yes, what is that is stopping us to reach there?
All right. So initially in our discussions, I talked about certain norms, assumptions, prejudices, and I am realizing it since last so many years, since when I am into this profession of helping out, people with their issues, working with NGOs. I'm realizing this thing particularly, that as society we have a big way to, or big travel to be made still, because we are still trapped in certain feelings or certain assumptions, certain prejudices, where we feel that this is okay and this is not okay. And that is how
Absolutely.
our policies, our viewpoints, they all are guided by these prejudices. I'll tell you how.
Mm.
Especially when men start doing some things, the kind of response that they get, and when women start doing something, the kind of response that they get right from their family, there is a difference in that, and we cannot deny it. Now, when
Correct.
that difference starts at that crucial level, even at the family level, woman first has to fight her family battle, and then she has to go out to the world. uh, just understand that she is kind of putting in energy to fight out those battles right even at that level. If she gets that kind of support from her family, from her surrounding, from her social circles, I'm sure that journey she will be able to make very quickly without wasting her energies. That is where we discriminate, and wherever there is a discrimination, and we cannot deny it in society, there is still a discrimination. Women will end up sparing or wasting a lot of energies fighting out the discriminations first, and then working on their ideas or on their business later. There, I think we have a lot to do still.
Point well taken. And all the people who are listening out here on the Revolving Perspectives, we are almost being viewed from 39 countries till now. If I have to ask you, and see, the societies more or less are the same across the countries. I have been myself to so many countries out till now, and I keep talking to people. These challenges at the base grassroots level, they may be less or more in some of the other country, but they do exist. If you have to really give a message to those women out there who are really fighting those battles, choosing those battles still, what is that one thing that you want to tell them to really come up, forget everything, make a mark to the world, and show that they do exist?
Yes, the same thing, Gunjan. Actually, you said the half part of it already. Because one who wants to do something should not succumb to what comes their way. May it be woman, may it be man. It doesn't really matter. And one thing that I want to make a point, I have also learned it hard way through my own experiences, and by following certain thought leaders as well. Pressures given by society is one thing, pressures inside us is rather more important. So, what society gives you is not important, what you feel from within is more important. Once you start feeling that pressure or acknowledging it, it will work more on you. If I am a woman and if I keep saying that, okay, I'm coming across this problem, that problem, my family is not allowing me to do this, society is not allowing me to do this, I keep cribbing. But the moment I say that I'm not going to succumb to this because this is my purpose, this is something that I want to contribute to the society, come what may. And I think then the path is absolutely clear. Because if the society is there to put up a pressure on you, there is also a society to pull you out of that pressure. It's the only matter of you showing that preparedness and willingness to do it. Willingness is the first answer to everything. And once you show that willingness, there is a lot more that you can do with your own mind, with your own capabilities. Even many women feel that I don't know this, I can't do this. These are only mental blocks. So I think the blocks start from within first. The external things work on you later. So if we overcome these blocks within ourselves initially in the first stage, I think the pressures and anything else that comes our way is just a matter of dealing with it, and we all have capabilities to do it. That's my message.
And point that you have made just now, it have actually touched a couple of things which are very close to me, like the self-realization. It all starts from self-realization, be it about realizing about your weaknesses or about your strengths, and then leveraging upon it. Point very well taken. And all the viewers who are watching it here, this one lady is here who is talking about knowing the self, understanding about ourselves first, believing in ourselves, and then finding out ways and means to come up and show it to the world who we are and what we can do. Revolving Perspective will keep striving for these sort of thoughts throughout this entire week coming in, from till today till next 7 8 days, or rather till the International Women's Day. This one lady will be seen by you almost every day taking interviews of women entrepreneurs from across the globe. Lot to learn from, lot to understand them from them, and lot to understand from those conversations which are going to come your way. So keep hooked on to this channel, subscribe to it, like this video, and please do comment as to what your thought processes are when it comes to women getting up, making a mark, and showing to the world they exist. I started with the statement, they not only take care of half of the planet, they take care actually of the entire planet, because they are the ones who take care of all of us. That's Celebrating Womanhood from the Revolving Perspective. Thank you, Vinda, for being here. And I'm very sure all the best for your next 1 week's interview series of interviews.
Thank you.
And the mark will be made. Thank you.
I love working with these women because what actually happens is they doubt themselves because they didn't grow up with social media. They didn't grow up with LinkedIn. They're not sure how it all works.
In psychology, we define career as anything that makes you productive.
So at this moment, I will say focus on the present, set your goal into bite size where you can achieve it in the quickest span of time